I'm Matt Bishar with REIT.com here in New York City for REIT Week 2015. Joining me for this CEO Spotlight is Drew Sims, Chairman and CEO of SoTHERLY Hotels. Drew, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you, Matt. Glad to be here.
Now, I'd like to start by talking about group travel, which has been a catalyst for growth so far in 2015 for your company. What's driving that market, and what are your expectations going forward?
Well, the overall economy in the United States is improving, and we think that that's certainly helping. Specifically, though, what we've been able to do is improve the quality of our group bookings by being more selective. Because we have high occupancy rates in our hotels right now, we can kind of pick and choose which groups we want to take, and as a result, the ADR is really moving up quite nicely for us. In terms of future, the balance of the year looks very, very strong.
And can you talk a little bit about some of the initiatives underway to maximize organic growth from your existing portfolio?
Yeah, we're going to renovate and upbrand about 1/3 of our portfolio in the next 12 months, and much of that is already in progress. For instance, in Jacksonville, Florida, we're converting our Crowne Plaza to a DoubleTree, which gives us a lot of upside in terms of rate. So that'll happen, right around the 1st of September. In the suburbs of Washington, D.C., we're converting a Holiday Inn to a DoubleTree, which moves that into a different competitive set, and again, much upside in the rate. In Atlanta, we're in the midst of a total rooms renovation at our Georgian Terrace Hotel, which is, when completed, will allow us to price more competitively with our competitors in that market. And finally, in Houston, our Crowne Plaza franchise expires next spring, and we're going to be converting that to an independent hotel, the Whitehall.
And lastly, I'd like to switch and talk about acquisitions a little bit. You mentioned in your most recent earnings call that your company's watching the market for both acquisitions and dispositions. You know, when we're all said and done with 2015, do you think the company will be a net buyer or seller of assets?
We are. We've actually been pretty active in the acquisition side in our attempts. We haven't been successful. We've actually put out bids in New Orleans, Washington, D.C., and Charleston, South Carolina. The market's pretty heated right now. There's a lot of capital chasing fewer deals, and as a result, the pricing has gotten pretty steep. We're going to remain disciplined to our underwriting standards, and as a result, I think on balance, we're going to be acquirers, but it's going to be in a disciplined way.
Drew, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Matt.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.